Morning, Irene.
Good morning, Linda. My name is Irene Kelly and I'm funded by the WWETB to facilitate a group of parents here at the school to create a little sensory garden. And in the past we have grown vegetables in a very controlled situation, but we decided that we would go more with nature, and we are creating things like wildflower meadows, and we have a woodland garden. And here we have a herb bed with a willow arbour. So the willow arbour was created out of living willow, and the bank is what is called hugelkultur. So there was no bank there, and we would have, over time, we would have built up all our prunings and annual weeds and various wood chip and things like that, and then we covered it down with some homemade compost and some topsoil, and it means then that the bank it'll eventually go a bit lower, but the timber in the bank will help to feed the plants, but it also helps to maintain moisture, so you're not having to water the bed over the summer, which is very good. So this is what it looks like initially, which looks like an awful mess, but it is a way of getting rid of bits of timber and, you know, prunings, grass cuttings, leaf mold, whatever, and then you just top it off with a bit of bark mulch or whatever, and compost and topsoil. And so eventually you've created a nice bank that you can then plant.
Okay,
and behind you here we are going to create a wildflower meadow, so you can see the plantain coming up into it and the dandelions and the daisies, but we're just going to, for the summer, we're just going to mow a path through it, and the rest will be left to grow. And eventually we hope to plant in some, it's called yellow rattle, and it's a parasitic plant that lives on the roots of grass. So mostly when people create a wildflower meadow, they're having to dig off all the topsoil because it's too rich. But what we're doing is we're going to put in this yellow rattle that will act as a parasite on the grass and slow the grass down, and then we'll slowly introduce wildflowers. So that's
Brilliant.
a few of the things that we're doing, Linda.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thanks, Irene.
Okay.